So these are my two cameras. The one on the left here is the tried and true Sony 600 TV line camera from Banggood. Pretty good camera for what we have this day and age. Don't mind the melt marks, just what I had to do to get it to fit onto my very, very cramped frame. The other camera is actually that little Banggood piece of crap $8 camera. It comes with this lens on it, and this lens is really too wide angle. So there's some retailers that kind of sell you a different lens for an obscene amount of money. What I did was I cracked off the lens housing, obviously, and shoved the whole board into the housing of a larger sensor lens, and then screwed a GoPro lens on it. So the board was $8, the housing is $1, and the GoPro lens is $3. And it performs actually surprisingly well. The reason you can't use a regular lens or like a 2.1 millimeter lens is because this sensor actually doesn't have a filter on the back of it, an IR or color or UV, some kind of filter on the back. You can see it on the back of this lens. The GoPro and actually the Yi camera lens has that filter on the back of it, so you kind of have to use those things, or else you get a really green, bluish, really fuzzy tinted picture out of it. The GoPro lens, turns out, is actually like a 2.5 millimeter focal length. So if you put it on your regular Sony 600, which is a 1/4 size sensor, sorry, a 1/3 size sensor, you get a pretty wide angle, not quite 3.1 millimeter wide angle, but wider angle than the 2.8, which is pretty much a common standard. I think it's a little bit too wide. People really like it a lot. Like Bapu likes flying with the GoPro lens. I can't tell distance with it. But when you put it on this little sensor, this board has a 1/4 sensor. So this sensor is a 1/4 sensor. This sensor is a 1/3 sensor. That actually crops the lens, so it doesn't look like 2.5. It actually looks like 2.7, 2.8, somewhere in between 2.7 to 2.9, which is a very good flyable focal length. So now you're going to see the difference between the two. This one's also a CMOS sensor, and this one is a CCD sensor. The biggest difference in this kind of camera class is that the CCD is going to handle light better than the CMOS. So yeah, now you'll see what it looks like.